How's it going, guys? Topic for today's video: should I go to college? And this is a common question that I get sent to my personal email address, actually. And the other variation of this question is, I've been going to college for X number of years. I don't like it. Should I continue? Should I finish my degree or finish my diploma off? This is a very personal question, and it's gonna the answer is gonna it's gonna be different for everybody because everybody's gonna be in a slightly different circumstance. I do wanna offer my advice on this subject because I think that you can waste a lot of time at school, and I think you can spend a lot of time and money there where it's just not really gonna be beneficial for the vision that you have for your life. Now, my advice for people who are basically, maybe they're in high school right now and they're thinking about going to college or university, and I would say, if you are unsure about what you want to do with your life in any kind of way, you should not go to college or university to find out what you're passionate about, because that's a really expensive way to find out what you're passionate about. What I'd recommend is to take some time away from school. So finish high school. Always at least finish high school. A lot of people ask me if they should finish high school or not. It's like, finish high school so you actually are done with that. Then from there, I would really honestly think about maybe going and traveling for a prolonged period of time. So this might mean that you need to get a job and save up some money. Going and traveling and seeing the world will really kind of give you a different perspective of actually what's going on in the world. Because a lot of us, we kind of like live in a little bubble in our city, in our town, and we don't really kind of see like what's going around in a global way. And one of the best things that I've ever done is actually go and ride my bike around Southeast Asia twice and across Australia. It was those experiences that really kind of like solidified in my mind, like what's really important in life and what kind of life do I want to create for myself in the future. Now, doing something like this might be, it might scare your parents. I'm not suggesting that you have to ride your bike across these places. You can go backpacking around Europe. You can do backpacking around Southeast Asia. There's so many different things that you can do, and it doesn't have to be travel. It can be joining certain groups or something that you're really passionate about, or really kind of like focusing a lot of your time on certain, I guess, passions again that you really just enjoy. So say you're really into photography, but you necessarily don't want to go to photography school. Once you finish high school, I would focus on maybe you can take online photography courses. You don't necessarily have to go to an actual brick and mortar school in order to actually learn something that you're passionate about. And how you propose this to your parents is basically just say, you know what, I've been going to school for X number of years. Probably since you're the age of like 3 or 4 years old, you've been going to some type of formal education. And just be like, you know what, I just want to take some time away from going to school. I want to do some soul searching. I want to focus on some things that I'm really passionate about. And if I want to take some post-secondary education in the future, then I will do it at that time. But right now, I just want to kind of focus on me, enjoy my life, and just kind of really find what really kind of drives me and really fires me up. And kind of expressing it that way to your parents is going to be probably an easier way of saying like, oh yeah, I just want to go travel, or I just want to go get drunk or whatever. It's just like, I just want to explore the world, see what there is out there, and really kind of find what I think is something that I want to pursue in my life that I think is going to really bring me a lot of happiness in the future. Now, for people that are already in university or college right now, and you're just kind of like, you have no passion for what you're doing, and you went to school or you went to college because maybe your parents kind of like pushed you in that direction, or it's really more of a conditioning thing. It's like after you go to high school, you have to go directly into university or college. And if you're in that circumstance and you've been going to school for a while and you're just like, I really don't have a passion for what I'm doing, or I'd rather focus my life around something else, this is where it becomes very relevant that it's very specific based on each circumstance. So say you're in a 4-year program and you've only done 1 year, and you're just like, you know what, I just have no desire to actually do what I'm doing. At that point, if you've only been into it for 1 year, maybe you haven't invested too much money into it, then I'd just basically say, you know what, I'd probably drop out. Maybe there's something else in your life that maybe you're just so much more excited about, and maybe you're in like some kind of like weird engineering program or something like that, like I was in, and you're just like, you know what, I'm not excited about this. I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life. There's something else. maybe some type of environmental thing, or just something that you're just like, man, that is so much cooler, and I feel like I'm gonna actually make an impact in the world if I follow this pursuit instead of, or following this dream or this vision, instead of being an engineer or being a lawyer or something like that. Now, say you've been in school for 3 years and it's a 4-year program, and you finished 3 years and you only have 1 year left. I would basically say that you would want to finish that, right? So you've done 3 years, 1 year left. I would just say kind of like stick it out. It's only 1 more year. Get your degree, get your diploma, whatever it is. And then at least you have something to show for all that time that you spent, all those, the 3 years prior, all that work that you put in. At least you have something. And I know it's just like a piece of paper. It's like a degree is just a piece of paper. But if you have, I will say this, that if you have a degree or if you have a diploma, if you're looking to get basically a typical job, obviously it looks a lot better, right? And you do have that, like you will be able to make a lot more money, which I know is not necessarily people's prime objective, but having more money does open up some other avenues for you if you do want to start your own business down the road. But at the same time, I know that there's a lot of people who have gone to university, have gone to college, have got their degree and their diploma, and they haven't really done anything with it. They haven't got a job in the field that they're in which they studied in. And it might seem like a waste of time, but you still have to look at it. It's like if you finish a degree or a diploma, basically you're really good at reading books and then also regurgitating that information on tests and exams. And I mean, there are some positive benefits because it definitely teaches you a lot of discipline. Something that I wasn't very fond of was doing a lot of like schoolwork. I tried to do as little as possible and tried to get by with that. But after 2 years of university, I was going for mechanical engineering at UWO in London, Ontario. After 2 years, I was just like I had enough of it. I did not enjoy it at all anymore. And I just couldn't imagine spending another 2 years doing that. And this was at the age of, I was 18 years old. And I mean, like most kids at that age, I'd been in school since, kindergarten, right? And just, doing all the tests, doing all the exams and doing all the book learning and all that kind of stuff. And just eventually, I gave up on it. I was not excited about it anymore. I just kind of I'd grown to really kind of like resent it in a way. Now, I do want to say that this is absolutely the best time right now. If you have a passion and you want to make a sustainable income from it, you can do it now. Like, there are so many resources that you can learn that are almost like, a lot of them are available for free on the internet. There's so many resources that you can access for either free or for a very small amount of money that can really kind of teach you the ropes on how to create an income from your passion. And I think that's what most people want in the world. Making money is good and everything, but if you're not making money in an area that you're passionate about or that you're excited about, then it's kind of like, what's the point in doing it? So a lot of people, they'll go to school in order to get a degree or a diploma so that they can make a lot of money, but typically they're doing it in an area that they're not necessarily even passionate about. For some people, going to post-secondary education would actually be a good thing. Maybe they want to be a doctor, right? And they want to do surgery, and it's like, you just can't, that type of thing, you can't really learn on the internet, right? Like, I'm sure there's some like weird tutorials or something on YouTube or something like that. But for the most part, like, if you want to, maybe you do want to be a lawyer, maybe you do want to be a doctor, and it's like, those are fine. Like, I'm not here to judge whatever decision that you have for basically what type of life you want to live. But if you're just doing it just solely for the money, then I would focus on something that you're more kind of like passionate about. But if that is something that you're passionate about and something that you want to do, then obviously you will have to go to get some post-secondary education. You'll have to go to university or college to get that. But yeah, right now is a great time to be able to learn how to create something in a way that you're passionate about, but you can also provide for yourself. So you can provide housing for yourself, you can provide enough food for yourself through making enough money, and you can do it online. And I think that's a great way of going about it, because it really kind of gives you a lot of freedom in your life that you necessarily wouldn't have if you're at just like your typical kind of like 9-to-5 job. So if you have any further questions about going to college or going to university, or if you're already in college or university, definitely leave them down below. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.